What's up, guys? The Jagar here, coming at you with another Destiny video, and today we're going to do a little raid talk, and most specifically we're going to talk about hunters in the raid. And what I wanted to bring to you guys with this video was my hunter build that I go into with the raid. So of course everybody's got their own style. Anything I suggest, of course, it's my preference. Of course, it can be done with other weapons, other loadouts, other armor, but it's just my preference, and I just wanted to let you know I've done Crota's raid, let's see, about, I don't know, 15 times or so, and this is just my preference of what I like to do when I go into the raid. So, first of all, hand cannon is not what I like to carry with my primary. Let me step on this plate here, and I will let you know. So, as far as primary, of course, I think it's really your choice, but I personally like to use something with a little bit higher fire rate for these Thrall, especially for the beginning. In the beginning, as you know, or may not know, there are just a crap ton of Thrall that just throw themselves at you, and it's nice to have something that can get them off pretty quickly. Hand cannon is normally not great for that, but it can work. I've used a hand cannon before. Normally the Mythic class works great, and auto rifle works great. Suros has been a popular thing with this raid because of this little handy perk here, as in a chance to return health when dealing damage, which comes in especially handy at Crota, which I'll explain in a moment. But something fast, I believe, is your best alternative here, and I honestly think you should go Blade Dancer because Golden Gun, while useful, I think was more useful in Vault of Glass. I believe that Blade Dancer is more useful in Crota's End. Now, as far as secondary weapons, for this first part, I don't have one with me, but I normally try and roll with a shotgun. I normally try and roll with the shotgun during this Thrall section, just because they're so close quartered. Now, if I do get the chance, I do sometimes like to switch at the end of this first section when you're defending the plate. I do sometimes like to switch to a sniper rifle just to help with the ogre and the knights, and I can try and quick scope some of those things, and it helps a lot if you can keep those bigger enemies at bay with a sniper rifle. As far as a rocket launcher or heavy weapon, I do not go with rocket launchers in this beginning part, especially. Thrall are up in your face. It is really dangerous to be using rocket launchers. Your friends, your teammates are going to be all over the place, so a rocket launcher is really, I don't think, the way you want to go. So let's jump in this raid. I'm going to show you just a little bit. I'm not going to do this first part, but give you something different to look at. Let's see, I covered the heavy weapons, so I would personally go a heavy machine gun for your heavy. It's just going to be a little safer. I normally, if you don't have it, you know, Corrective Measure is still a fantastic gun from the first raid from Vault of Glass, and I forgot to put it in my inventory, but I do have the Song of Ir Yût, which is your raid heavy machine gun from Crota's End. Now, alright, there we go. Now, for those of you who don't know, in this first section, you will be running to these lamps here. You will be running from lamp to lamp into the darkness, and as you run, you're going to get weight times 10, which will slow you down to a crawl, basically. You will not be able to jump. Meanwhile, Cursed Thrall, and a few knights are going to be coming. There's 16 lamps in total, and each lamp will activate and take your weight of darkness off, but if you stay too long, it will explode and kill you. There is a first chest right here. I will try and make it to this first chest. If you take off towards the left, hopefully it's here. It is not here. It could be here in this little door here. There will be a light above this door, signaling that the chest is there. If it's not here, you can run off to the left. There is also another door. As you can see, I have weight of darkness times 10, and I can barely move. So I'm going to try and make it back to the beginning here. If it's not at that first door, if you continue along the left here, there will be another door on the left, just about at the second pillar. Normally, if the chest is not there, I will just die and respawn, and just let the just because every time you die, the chest will reset. I missed. But let's talk about your loadout for your hunter. As I said before, I normally like to run a blade dancer, golden gun. Of course, you have golden gun. This is the helmet to use, symbiote. But Mask of the Third Man is really where you want to be. As far as your loadout, for this first section, a good thing to spec your hunter out for is agility. And your agility is going to help you a lot through this raid as a hunter. But a good super setting would be for, normally I like to run Razor's Edge, and Razor's Edge is great here, but Showstopper is very helpful. I think I have my super and I can demonstrate. I do. So these thrall are going to get all up in your business. And it helps a lot if you can get them off quick. Like so. So, Showstopper is going to be great for that. It's going to be great for getting those thrall off you and your teammates. You can just, as you can see, the first lamp just blew up there because I activated it. Showstopper is going to be great to help out your teammates in that situation. Now let's head back to this here. So, again, for this first part, I normally like to spec a little more agility. I don't like to spec all agility. I do like to have a little armor because thrall are going to be up on you and hitting you. You are going to get hit. Now, speaking of getting hit, if you have, which I cannot use yet, unfortunately, which is why I'm have this so I can upgrade them, it is these awesome Don't Touch Me gauntlets. Now, the great thing about these and why they would be so amazing for this part is because they have this little perk right here. Taking damage from a melee attack makes you briefly invisible. So if you get hit by one thrall, you're going to turn invisible. And I actually have a buddy who was using these the other day, and he soloed, almost got through the whole thing, just using that. Every time they hit him, he went invisible, and they wouldn't hit him for a second. So these are going to be ridiculous for this first section here. But hopefully, next time through the raid, I get the helmet, and then I can start using these more. Back to here, again, grenades, really your choice. Arc bolt grenade's pretty good. I actually normally do run arc bolt grenade for this part. Jump, it really doesn't matter because you're not going to be jumping much. Normally run Hungering Blade, kills with the arc blade strike, immediately regen health. That can help a lot. Also, if you're trying to solo this, I have soloed this first part as a hunter. Then you're going to want to go Stalker and go Invisibility and spec yourself for Invisibility. So as far as the second part of the raid, which is building the bridge, if you have not seen that or don't know what I'm talking about, look up a video on YouTube. I'll have one hopefully shortly coming out explaining that section. But basically you're going to be building a bridge with your teammates and doing all that. I would spec more for... I would probably respec a little bit more for armor in that section. Hopefully you've got some sweet raid boots like this, which will give you, once when you grab the sword, you will get a little bit more better agility. And once when you run that spec, you can honestly, spec for a little more. I balance your agility and your armor, and you're probably good for the pretty much the rest of them and the majority of the raid. Except for Crota. For Crota, as you may or may not know, you will have a debuff on basically that entire fight, which is Crota's presence, and your health will not regenerate in that section. So, if you're a hunter, and especially if you are the sword bearer, if you're going to be the sword bearer doing damage to Crota, you need to spec yourself for agility, and you need to not worry about your main priority should not be getting hit during that first part, because you're not going to have as much armor, and you're going to be spec for agility. So you're going to want to spec for more agility in that first part. And it looks like with this build here, I am pretty much max agility. I mean, that is a ridiculous amount of agility. Now on top of that, when I grab the sword, it's going to give me plus 2 agility. And I have a few weapons that'll also give me more agility. So you're going to be ridiculous. You need to be ridiculously fast as a hunter if you are the sword bearer. If not, I would maybe keep that same balance of armor and agility. And I think that pretty much does it, guys. If you have any questions, I'll be coming out with a Titan and a Warlock build as well for the raid. But you know, keep use stuff that's comfortable. Don't use rocket launchers. Rocket launchers are evil in the raid. No, rocket launchers have their place in the raid. You just need to be extremely careful when using them. And I definitely think this first section here is not for rocket launchers. This is not where you want to use them. The rest of the raid is fine. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to like and subscribe. You'll have more Destiny videos coming along the way. As I said, a Titan and a Warlock build for this raid coming. See you on Destiny, guys. Thanks for watching.